Dear students, welcome back to Object-Oriented Programming using Java. This is V.S.R. Kumar, Department of Computer Science, Archer Degree College, Kakinada. In the last section, I explained if statement. In if statement, there are 4 different forms. One is simple if and else, nested if, and ladder if. I explained all the if statements and how that if statement is processed. Now, in this section, I will give you an example relating to ladder if. This ladder if is also called if else if. If else if, or we say the same statement as else if, or we say the same statement as ladder if. So, ladder if. So, what is the difference between nested if and ladder if? In nested if, in if after within another if, a if statement contains another if statement is called nested if. Whereas in the ladder if or if else if, another if follows in else clause. Another if follows in else clause. So that if condition 1, okay, block of statements, else if condition 2, again block of statements, else if condition 3, block of statements, else if condition 4, block of statements. Like this, you may, just like a ladder, what are the steps will be there, you may continue with the different if statements in else clause. That is the subject of this if else if. So using this if else if or ladder if, we will have a small example, that is find big number in 3 numbers. Using ladder if. Using ladder if. How do we write this program? As usual, just I given the same program in nested if. As usual, I require 3 variables. That means I have to find big number in 3 numbers. So that every Java program starts with class name, that is big, where inside the class I am writing public, static, void, main, string, args, args. So array of string items. Here in the place of args you may write anything because it is a parameter. That means array name, you may write any name. Now inside I want to take 3 variables a comma b comma c. Then I want to read 3 numbers. For reading 3 numbers, basically we use buffer reader or scanner. Now I am using scanner. So scanner, some a equal to new scanner of system.in. How do we read 3 values? That is a equal to a dot. All these 3 variables are integer type, so I am writing the method nestInt. Like b equal to a dot nestInt, c equal to a dot nestInt. As you know already, when a is big, a must be greater than b and c, then only a is big. Okay. So how do we write? If a greater than b and a greater than c, under represents the both conditions must be true. That means here the a is greater than b means true, and if a is greater than c, if it is true, then true and true always true. In the remaining all cases in AND operator, it will be false. But when 2 conditions are true, then it will be true. Then I am going to write system dot, that means S should be capital, out dot println A is big. That's if A greater than B and A greater than C, system out dot println A is big. In case, okay, if it is wrong, assume that among three numbers A is not big. That means maybe B or C will be big. That means once this condition is false, it means either B or C, any one will be big. So that if the condition is false, as usual, the if will come into else. In the else I am writing if. I told you already, in the else I am writing if statement. So what are the if we are writing after else is called ladder if. Ladder if or if else if. Here I am writing B greater than C, then I am writing system dot out dot println B is big. So A greater than B and A greater than C, okay, else if B greater than C, that is also okay. Here assume A is not greater than B and C, okay, it is false, come down to else. Here B is not greater than C, then who will big? That will be C, because no need to compare with A, because here A is not greater than B and A is not greater than C. Okay, so it will come to else. In the else we are writing system dot out dot println C is big. C is big. That's all. This is your main body, this is your class body. Here in the system S should be capital. Whenever you are going to write the scanner class, it is important that you define import java dot util dot star. This is import section class. Assume that here I am going to take 3 numbers, I am finding big number. In case if you are going to take 5 numbers, then this is called practice. So R has given find big number in 3 numbers. You try with 5 numbers. You try with 5 numbers. But remember, there will be concentration and dedication is important when you are writing programs. For example, it is an ordinary simple program where I given 3 numbers, system is going to tell you the big number. In case if I want to take 5 numbers, what you are going to write? A greater than B and A greater than C and A greater than D and A greater than E. A is big. Else if B greater than C, B greater than D, B greater than E, then B is big. Else if C greater than D, C greater than E. This is the way. So here, whatever it may be, logic is most important. In this example, the only thing is, we are just expanding when the number of values are increasing. The number of conditions we are increasing. But how do you reduce? How do you reduce the same program without writing that much of number of lines? That is most important. In case I want to find a big number in 500 numbers, then what you will do? So that is the subject of looping statements. Everything is not possible using if. If is up to check the conditions. According to the conditions, will perform that action or this action. That is up to this concept. Because program writing is not sufficient only with if statement or switch statement or scanner. There will be some keywords. Some keywords. Here the keyword is if is keyword, else is keyword, okay, int is keyword. There will be other keywords are there, so that you need to apply it when the situation comes. Okay. So this is the way how we design. So in this example you may see this, if A greater than B and A greater than C, then A is big. That means it will come out because once this block is true, it will print A is big and that will come out. In case if it is false, it comes to else if and then it will come out. if the both conditions are false, it will come print C is big and then comes out. This is the order of find big number in 3 numbers. Okay, remember this concept. Okay, see this one. Now, conditional control statements are decision making statements. Condition or decision is common. If A greater than B is a condition. If it is true, it will do some action. If it is false, it will do another action. That means, finally, if the statement follows two-way branching, that means basing on the true or false. If it is true, some execution. If it is false, else part execution. Else will be selected by system when condition is false. This is the if statement. So finally, if is a two-way branching. And also you know how do you write condition? We write the condition using relation operators and logical operators. Then there is another decision making statement, that is switch. It is just like a switch, just like a ladder if. In the ladder if, what we observed, in the ladder if what we observed, if condition 1 is false, it will go to else. Again check the condition 2, if it is false, it will go to else if. Again if it is false, it will go to else if. Again if it is false, else if. Like this, it will go on step by step. This is what is called switch. That's why most of the constructions people will write ladder if instead of switch, because it looks like the switch is matching to ladder if. If it is true, okay, body will be executed and go out. If it is false, else if. If it is false, else if. If it is false, else if. It will go on step by step. Like in this context also, you may see here switch statement. A switch statement is a multi-way selection statement. Multi-way, because if is a two-way, true or false. But here it is not like that. It is a multi-way. That means more number of conditions. More number of conditions. That is call it as multi-way. For example, if your choice is 1, do that one. If your choice is 2, that one. If your choice is 3, that one. If your choice is 4, that one. Assume that in some situations my selection is not depending on true or false, not on 2 criteria. It is depending on 10 or 20 conditions. Choice is 1, I want to do some action. Choice is 2, some action. Choice is 3, some action. Or if choice is A, some action. If choice is B, some action. Choice is 3, some action. Like the construction will be like this. For example, you may see in ATM. So mini statement to deposits, withdrawals, okay, balance inquiry. You are going to see lots of menu options. In the menu options, the user is going to select. Of course, we are using touch screen. That's why it will not be a big concept. But internally, if you select 1, I want to do deposit. If you want to 2, I want to do withdraw. If you want to 3, I want to balance inquiry. If you want to 4, mini statement. Like this, when choices are more, the choices are depending on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or A, B, C, D, F, like this, where the switch is suitable. So that is called multi-way selection. Multi-way means if you are having only 2 options. If A is divisible with 2, even number. Otherwise, odd number. There will be 2 options are there. So simply if is sufficient. If A percentage 2 equal to 0, is big, else B is big. Sorry, even number or odd number. But the choice is not like this. If choice is 1, do that action. Choice is 2, do that action. Choice is 3, do that action. Choice is 4, do that action. That means the same context you may use it in if also. The same choice you may use it in if also. But in the situation people are going to use switch. Because the switch has some cases. Based on the cases, we select it. Statement in which selections are done among several alternatives. This is alternative 1. Alternative 1 is represented with case. Here another case, alternative 2. Another case, alternative 3. Another case, alternative 4. Case 5, case 6, case 7. That means case. You may write any number of cases. Case is a keyword. Case is a keyword. You may write any number of cases. Inside the cases, there will be block of statements. There will be block of statements. You may write any number of statements. but don't put braces. Here after case you may write your statement block directly like this, but don't keep it in braces. Don't keep it in braces. Okay. So you may write any number of cases. That cases call it as several alternatives. Which case is executed? That is important. Which case? Assume I have 10 cases. I have 10 cases. At the end of every case there will be a colon. There will be a colon. There will be a colon. Okay. So how the particular case is executed? That is depending on this expression. In if statement we write condition. That means A greater than B, I less than or equal to 10. You may write relational operators and logical operators in if. From that condition it will execute false, according to that it will perform the action. Now in this moment there will be an expression. The expression is nothing but 2 plus 3 or choice or A plus B by 2. For example, n equal to 5, that is case n. The expression is nothing but a variable or an arithmetic expression, or you may write any mathematical expression. That means what is the expression you given, that expression is calculated by your switch. So for example 2 plus 3, what is the answer? 5. That means your integer expression answer is 5. So that where this 5 is available, it will check among value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4 up to value n. Assume here I given 2 plus 3 as an integer expression, the expression answer is 5. So where 5 is available, means in which case the 5 is available. So the case here value 1 is 5, okay, so it is not. Then come to the another case, it won't enter into the case body, it will come to another case. Here it is 5, no, it will come to another case. Assume this case value is 5. So that my output of the integer expression is 5, here the case is showing 5. So that this body will be executed. This body is executed. So now the concept is, assume that 2 plus 5 plus 1, this is my expression. The answer is 6. Here it is 4, here it is 3. Now my integer expression value is 6. Is 6 equal to 4? No. Then come to the another case, it won't enter into the body. So here 6 is equal to 3? No. 6 is equal to 5? No. Then no case matching is here, not available. So that it will choose default. It will choose default. When default is executed, when your integer expression value is not matching with any case value, then it will select default. At the end of default you may find it there is no break. It means as usual it executes the statement block and going down and going down. Assume that here my n value is 3. Here my n value is, for example, n value equal to 3. I am writing integer expression n. What is n value? 3. Now system will check this 3 with case value. Assume that here there is 4 is there, here is there 3 is there, here there is 7 is there. Or you may write 1, 2, 3, 4. Writing expression and writing case values depending on your problem. For example, if the electricity category is 1, do that calculation. Category 2, do that calculation. Category 3, do that calculation. Category 4, do that calculation. Where definitely you are going to write 1, 2, 3, 4. If category A, do that action. If category B, do that action. Then you need to write A, B, C. That means the case value either integer or character. Either integer or character. But it won't allow strings or double type or real numbers. It won't accept. So that here n value 3. This 3 matches with this case, but here it is 4, not matching. Then come to the another case. Here 3 is matching with 3. Condition is true. So that it will execute statement block 2. The block 2 is executed. At the end of the block 2 there is a word called break. What is meant by break? Break will stop this execution and go out. Go out totally. That means it will skip this entire switch. Remember, The purpose of break is, instead of going to the another case, it will stop the execution and throw the execution outside of this block, outside of this entire block, and continue from that place, In case, if you forget to write break, then it follows automatically to next case. It automatically follows to the next case. Of course, in the next case, it will execute the body. But one important thing is, here assume there is no break, this 3 is matching with the 3, so it will execute the body, no break is there, so it will automatically go into the next case. That means here the new case will not give any objection, because the case, when you select the case directly, it will check whether the value is 3 or not. From going from one case into another case, it will not check. That means already switch identified a number, it will send the execution to this case. That's why the role of switch is over. You enter into the first room. Coming into the first room, there is a requirement of permission. Okay, after taking permission, get into the first room. From the first room, going into the second room, there will be no permission, you will go directly. Like here also, if you want to get into the selected case, you require permission from switch, so that switch will allow you into the case. To go out from this case, break is required. As if there is you forget to give break, then it automatically enters into next case, because the switch doesn't show or doesn't give any error message, because the first term it will support to the selected case. The remaining all times it will not give objection. Okay, that is what the concept. So this is the following construction. That means if your expression value is not matching to any value, then system will execute default. In default, you may write any number of lines, or here also in the statement block you may write any number of lines. Don't keep braces. And remember, here in the switch, the expression will be either integer or character, not string. Character is different to string. Character means a single character enclosed within single quotation, whereas string, group of characters enclosed within double quotation. For example, A is a character, 5 maybe it is a character, Aditya Degree College is a string. String always surround within double quotations. Now, how this execution will be going on? First, the integer expression specified in the switch statement is evaluated. Whatever the expression you given, whether it is integer or character, this expression is evaluated by system. Expression is given you, for example, you may write n, or you may write a plus b, anything. Need not be an arithmetic expression, but it will extract the answer. That is, the answer means either 5, 10, 3, whatever it may be. Okay. So first, the integer expression is in the switch is evaluated. This value is then matched one by one with the constant values given in the different cases. Yes, here my subject is like this, n equal to 3 I given. Now here I mentioned n, switch n, 1, 7, 3, that's all. I am writing only 3 cases, you may write up to 255 cases. Okay. Now switch integer expression. So this value, what is the value of n? It is 3. This value is then matched one by one with the constant values given in the different cases. For example, here case I given value 1, here the case I given value 7, here the case I given value 3, because the coming value is in integer form. So that here n value 3 is compared with the first case. Here the case value 1, here my expression is 3. So 1 and 3 is not equal. So that it will jump to another case. Here the value is 7, my value is 3. Here it will jump to another case. Here the integer expression value 3, my case value 3. Here the condition matches. Here condition matches. So that it will come down. What is there? Statement block. What are the number of lines we mentioned there? That means the expressions, arithmetic expressions, everything will be executed, and then there is a break The break means it will stop the program and then go out from this block, remember, from this block, and continue the rest of the statements. This is going on in this subject. If a match is found, yes, my n value 3 is matching here, then all the statements specified in that case are executed. The body of the block is executed by system. If the matched case contains a break statement, assume inside the case there is a break statement, you may find it, then all the cases present after that will be skipped. Of course, after this case, there are so many cases on there, also default is there, but you will forget everything and then jump outside of this switch block, and the control comes out of the switch. Okay. So, this is what is called switch. This is called alternatives. In the if there will be only two, condition is true one part, condition is false another part. Here you may write any number of cases. Okay. So, observe one important thing. In a situation where the if and switch are useful, always we use computer to do calculations. Of course, calculation is not the part. In some situations, we need to create conditions, because assume I conducted an exam and I got result of all 100 students. I want to arrange the values in either ascending order or descending order. Arranging ascending order or descending order is not possible. Performing addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So that what we require? Comparison. I need to compare all 100 values, so that I will decide the highest mark will be the rank 1, the lowest mark will be the rank 100. This way I want to generate rankings. So in that situations where we need to comparisons. Okay, that's why the main criteria is, the main important thing is conditions. We create the condition using relational operators and logical operators. That is one of the important thing you are going to remember. Dear students, this is the topic of switch and if. Both these statements are called decision making statement. If you have a question, explain decision making statement. No need to write all. Decision means here it is giving a decision. Decision means here the n value is 3. Decision means whether this one or this one or this one or that one or that one or that one. Which one you want to execute it? That is possible. That is possible with the help of this switch and if also. So in that context it will be useful. In that context it will be useful. Of course, I told you regarding ATM. In the ATM you are seeing menu, you are selecting a menu with the touch. Even when you are going to touch a particular option like withdraw, inside there will be a switch or some decision statement like if. If your selection is so and so, it will do that action. That what actions will give you the money, what actions will give you the balance, that is going on internally in the system. So that's why here it is a common thing that we need to match. Okay. So dear students, this is the today class, that is switch. In the next class, I will give you some examples regarding the switch and followed by if. Okay. Thank you all. Have a nice day.